Removing excess dirt so that I can see where the root crown is. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because grafting in the root crown is something that it requires a skill to be developed so that you can be successful in it. In the nursery trade, they are looking for plants to sell, so they are looking for production over cosmetics, okay? And in grafting for bonsai, you're looking for cosmetics. It's nothing worse than looking at a tree and seeing a great big grafting mark on the trunk when you really don't want to see that, because that distracts from the whole tree, the bonsai tree as a whole. Okay? So this is why I'm cleaning away the dirt so that I can get directly to the root crown and graft as close as I possibly can at the root crown. And okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where are you going to be?
Now I'm getting what they call the cyan wood off of a tree that I want to reproduce, okay? I want another tree like this one, so this is why I'm taking this wood off now. And sorry, Mr. Nakatoshi, I had to cut it.
Is that a Nagatoshi tree?
Nope, that's a tree that I'm getting ready to send him.
Ah.
Along with a copy of the video, if it at all possible.
Sure, sure.
I had promised him, because he helped me work the parent tree last year in April. So now I'm cleaning off the excess foliage so that that's not needed while grafting, so it's yeah.
Okay. Slow down and let me see, like, pull your hand up a little more because I'm trying to angle it. Let me try and zoom into exactly what you're doing.
I'm removing the excess needles.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just work a little slower.
See, you need those out of the way when you're grafting, and you don't need all of this, so you have to remove it. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and get started. You want to clean your knife before each graft. So that you're not putting germs on your knife and transporting them from one tree to another.
What do you use to clean your knife?
Well, right now I'm using a mixture of water and Lysol. Now,
What part to what part? What part water or what
50,
part?
50. Now here, you can see the root crown, where the roots begin to branch off. So I want to find a good spot on the tree to make the cut and insert the cyan wood. So this is where I think I will have good root base.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to make the cut here. But the thickness of the knife is how far you're going. Okay?
Okay, hold that knife again for a second.
But the thickness, about a ½ inch, is what I like to use. Then I will take the cyan wood, make my first cut. And the second cut. The long side I put in close to the trunk, lining up the camion, like so. And now I will tie it off with a grafting rubber to ensure that the two pieces are pressed together firmly, not overly pressured. This is more or less to hold everything in place so that the healing process can start. Okay? A lot of people complain about tying the rubber bands off, but that's my first graft of this. Okay?
Okay.
That's one. And this, the rootstock I prefer growing my own, mainly because I've tried buying rootstock, but all of the places sell rootstock for landscaping or reforestation. Hence, it's not grown for grafting. If you can see, there is a very tight root ball.
Yeah, I can see where the pot cut into it.
Yeah, well.
Hold on, let me get that. Okay, yeah. There's a line where the pot kind of cut into it.
Yeah. Now, right here is a little white stuff. That's the mycorrhiza from pines. This tree grows and the trunk kind of curves over this way. This will be the best side for grafting now. So, it's not a push, but a sliding motion to make your cuts. I make the cut deep into the wood so that when I insert this cyan wood, the strength of the tree trying to close where I have made the first cut will help hold the cyan wood in place. There's my cut.
Hold on. Let me get out a little. Okay.
I bend the tree to open up the first cut, and then I insert. this case, I made the cut too long here, so I have to remove some of it. And this is where Band-Aids come in handy for grafters, because they cut their fingers when they make mistakes. So I'm inserting. Now I am lining up where the cambions, I want the cambion layers to meet. It's never perfectly just straight down. It's usually the cyan wood is put in at an angle. So this is my own little method I've devised, that once I start wrapping the grafting rubber, I want to overlap so that it holds itself, plus leave enough pigtail that I can stretch to tie the two pieces together. Now,
So you're wrapping one piece and just leaving the bottom piece to tie at the end.
You got that right. So, this is what I have done for 20 some odd years in grafting. Actually, I got started in 1980, so over the years I've tried all different things. So, check, make sure I'm still aligned. And there's number 2. Now, we're just doing this for training purposes. Later, I will cut a piece of cardboard and put it in here, and then put enough dirt so that the graft will end up like that high.
What about the sphagnum moss?
That's when I will wrap it with sphagnum moss. As you can see, by me getting to the root crown a lot, I got about an inch and a half.
Tilt towards me.
I got about an inch or inch and a half of soil that I can put into the bottom of the pot.
And you'll top it with sphagnum moss to keep the cut moist?
I will wrap the graft union with sphagnum moss to keep it moist. Like all good cuts or surgical procedures, you protect after surgery the cuts. So once again, you place your knife and start sliding. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Dad, move that out so yeah, I can.
Okay. This is also a sliding motion. Okay? It's not a pull, but more of a slide. Here again, it's going to be a little long. I use a rubber block most of the time to make that final cut if I need to save my fingers. See, I'm lining up the cambion layers just like that. Now oh, come on, fingers. I try to keep the rubber band flat to use the surface to cover the wounds. In other words, it's a surgical procedure, and consequently I want to protect the surface, plus firmly pull on the rubber band so that after I tie it off, there's enough pressure to keep everything in place without crushing or stifling the cambium so that they can heal and grow together. One day, years ago, a fellow wanted private lessons, and he accused me of having long, skinny fingers until we held our hands up against each other. Okay, Mr. Nakatoshi. There's the graft down, buried down here.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and get that.
There's your graft mark. I like top
Turn it
dressing.
more towards me.
I like.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I can see the two pieces.
Yeah, I like top dressing with.
Open it towards me a little more. I want to zoom in a little more.
Okay. I like getting the roots to develop right at the graft mark.
Okay, hold on. All right, let me try pulling it down so the way this camera is angled. Put it down, yeah, like that, and then I can try and zoom in that way. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
And so.
What?
Huh?
Ein Moment. Okay. Yeah, I can see where the two. Now there's wire down at the bottom.
Yes, because I'm anchoring the wire to get this bend and curve instead of having it just grow straight.
Okay. When are you going to cut off the, or did you already cut off?
The rootstock?
Yeah.
There it is right here.
Okay, so that's the rootstock.
That's the rootstock. Mr. Nakatoshi can cut it off when he feels like it's ready.
Okay. Okay. So what did you graft onto what? What is the rootstock?
Both are black pine. This is just common black pine. And the piece that I'm so happy that's of its growth and everything is Pinus dunbergi Nashiki Ginsak Sho Yats. And I forgot to put the word yats in there, but that's what it is.
Okay. And you can tell the scion has taken because you've got that candle on it. Turn it towards me.
Turn what?
The scion, so I can see the scion.
Yes, because this was done 2 years ago, and you can see how much growth I've gotten.
How tall was it when you first put it on? Well, it was a piece like that.
Yeah.
And so then.
2 years.
Okay. And you've got a bend in there that you've wired.
Yes, so that it won't have just a straight up and down trunk, but as the Japanese would say, have some character, some movement in the trunk. Okay?
Okay.
And now, I've done these 3. I don't think this is going to live, so it's the needles showing me some sickness. So I had just recently potted up a pine from a flat, and it seems to be doing okay. As you can see, they are the roots. So I had taken this piece off, and now I'm I'll use that for this particular one.
Is that also black pine?
This is a black pine, and this is the same Gang Show Yats Nashiki. So
Wow, that's really close to the root.
yeah, that's the whole name of the game, so that as the tree grows, the graft mark will disappear or be right at soil level. This is very small wood, but I think I can get it to do. I'm just so happy that Bob Fincham of Canosium Garden sold me this tree years ago. And then after 16 years of growing, I have a bonsai out of it. And I'm so happy with the way the bonsai turned out that I'm grafting so that I can share with other people. Because the parent tree is a beautiful tree, has a very nice rough bark on it. It's fast growing. For some odd reason, it seems to be in the dwarf family to me, because in 16 years it may have gotten about 8 feet, and that was just in a big pot growing with not the proper care, root pruning and what have you. So the tree is outside and we can slip on a jacket and go out and film it. So I'll say a prayer with this one. Okay, let me get some sphagnum moss.
Okay, I'll pause it.